I'm so sorry. I'm late. I'm so sorry. Can I just say, I thought that this was at 7:30, and so I had to run through Trafalgar Square to get here on time. Sorry, guys.
We're glad to have you.
It's nice to see you all.
So you're in London now?
Hi, Jake. Yeah, I'm in London. I'm just after running into the Savoy, and luckily they let me use their Wi-Fi, but I'm in a bit of a sweat.
Well, it's great to have you with us. We've got questions here from the fans that have been submitted online. Let's start off with Stephanie. Now, you wrote the book, of course. You also producer on this. Fan, I'm not going to try to pronounce that name, asks, which scene of the book were you very excited to see filmed, and which were you most apprehensive?
I think I was most excited for some of the visuals, like the first time we see the caves and the first time we see the wheat fields, which all turned out really beautifully. So that was nice fulfillment on that. There's a scene near the end where Saoirse has to have a sort of lengthy conversation with herself, and that one I was a little nervous about because, I mean, that's a lot. And I think that was the first time I cried on set, was watching her do that scene. It was amazing. I'm really excited for that one to be in the theaters.
And how about you, Saoirse? Was that the big scene you were nervous about?
Yeah, I was really nervous about that for the same reason. Just because I was on my own and I had to talk to myself. It's just sort of poignant moments in the Wanda, who is the character that I had played, sort of giving up her whole life, who she loves, and her friends and her new family, for somebody who she kind of loves even more. So it was a very, very important scene, and I was, yeah, it was lovely to do. And another scene that I loved doing was one with William Hurt. Very simple scene between the two of us, and they had kind of betrayed what I believe in a way, and he comes in to apologize ways and stuff, and it was just really lovely and very simple, and so I really enjoyed that as well.
And talking to yourself on camera, did that prepare you for this experience right now?
No, I feel like I'm very much a part of this right now. I didn't know what way it was going to be, though, to be honest, because I didn't really know how we were going to handle the whole thing. But no, it was great. I mean, we recorded all of Melanie's kind of internal dialogue before we started shooting, and I was surprised at how natural it was for me to react to my own voice. So listen to myself all the time. I talk to myself a lot anyway. So I was just doing it in front of a crew and getting paid for it, really.
Here's a question submitted by Facebook. We'll throw to Jake and then Max. How similar or different are you from your characters that you play?
I'd say there's definitely facets of me that reflect Ian. He plays guitar, which he does not play in this movie, but he will play in the future, perhaps.
Someday.
Yeah. We tried, though, didn't we, Jake?
We tried. Oh, we tried.
We tried really hard.
We tried. In fact, my favorite is a picture of Max
and
I and the companion book, which looks like Max is teaching me how to play guitar.
I was, Jake. You know.
But yeah, I mean, I guess he's really cerebral and a thinker, and he thinks before he acts, and I tend to do that, I think, quite often.
And how about you, Max? How are you similar to your character, or different?
Well, Jared doesn't really think before he acts, and I'm quite similar to him in that sense. I don't know. I felt very connected to Jared's character after I read the script for the very first time. But it's more getting used to the world that these guys are existing in, the fact that humanity has died out and that we've lost all of the people we love and know, and we're hiding out in caves. It's coming to face with those realities. And once I did that, I felt at home in Jared.
Great. Stephanie, Vane DJ asks, Have you ever felt like you knew how the story goes on, but didn't know how to write it down? What does a writer do to keep going?
Yeah, there's always times when the words just aren't really coming. For me, it helps to skip around in the story. If I'm in a scene it's just going really slow, if I skip ahead and write another scene that I'm excited about, that usually kind of helps me get there. But you have to have a really good outline to do that, because otherwise you end up with just a huge mess of scenes that are in no particular order and make no sense.
So how detailed is this outline you work off of?
I usually do really detailed outlines. Like, they're usually around 50 pages long and have dialogue in them. So I have a hard time keeping anything short.
Saoirse, another Facebook fan asks, Wanda and Melanie are two separate people sharing a body who come to an understanding and a friendship that only they will totally understand. What was the hardest thing for you to portray in each character?
Like separately, obviously. I think the hardest thing, I found like Wanda was more different to me than Melanie was. I think just because she's sort of a perfect being. And there's no real negative emotion. That's kind of what really makes up a soul. When she's put in these very situations, and it would be to lose the head or to shout or to scream or to cry. I couldn't really do that with her, because that's not the type of being that she is. So that was probably the with Melanie. I don't know, I found it quite natural being Melanie. I really enjoyed it. I didn't have a lot to do Melanie-wise, so I really enjoyed the scenes that I had. And, you know, there was one day that Max and Chandler and I had together where we did this lovely montage day, and we did like swing dancing.
Dancing in the rain.
Dancing in the rain, literally, and then we made out in the rain,
yep.
And like we always do, and it was lovely. That was kind of the fun stuff. I got to do the fun stuff with her, so that's it.